Minecraft, upside down. I should experiment with video editing. Can I like flip the title screen to like see that the other way? Hopefully I'll figure that out. In any case, this is another episode of Exploration and Tactics with Brian, and today we are going to go exploring a jungle, looking for a jungle temple, as well as doing a little bit more with ice blocks and talking about BABBY, the boating bridge system. So let's get started. Thanks, buddy. So I still haven't found many blazes in this world. But there are priests who are willing to trade me some ender eyes for a fair number of emeralds. And fortunately, I'm in good shape in the emerald department. Yes, from all the trading of wheat and sugarcane that I have going on. Oh, you've come to visit. Check out my digs. And yes, and so I've gone ahead and created myself another ender chest, because what I want to do is I want to go back to the ice biome. Oh, it's nighttime. Pardon me while I take a nap. I want to go back to the ice biome and gather up some more ice and try out... one of the things that I still haven't tried out is basically whether a Silk Touch shovel will work on ice. We know that Silk Touch picks do. And do I have like a Silk Touch pick lying around over here? I think it's already in my ender chest, actually. Yes, Silk Touch. All right, and so I'm going to put that in there as well. I'm going to clear out some of the crap that we really don't need cluttering up the ender chest right now so that I have more room for it. And then we're going to go over to the ice biome and use our little, ice tray creation stuff to get some more ice, so I will meet you guys over there. All right, so here we are back at the ice tray where I had first collected some ice, and I brought a bed along with me, but it turns out I don't need to because I had a bed from last time, and kind of our original experiments with the boat bridge, where I made one kind of critical error, which is I had all of the ice just kind of diagonally next to each other, and the reason it was a critical error is that if you had a block update, it causes a catastrophic failure of the system. Once one block updates, all of them update. And so that is something that we have corrected with BABBY, the new version. So I'm going to go ahead and clean this up, and then we'll do our experiments with our different Silk Touch items to figure out the most efficient way to gather up ice. So let me clean this up, and I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so I've gotten rid of all of those water source bricks, so they're not making noise anymore. Let's go ahead and plunk down the ender chest. And so what I'm curious to know is if a Silk Touch shovel can also harvest ice, because if it can, I would only be spending 1 diamond on a Silk Touch tool. Yes, it can. Okay, awesome. Rather than 3. And so this is more efficient from the kind of diamond perspective. The fire that you might have just heard is fire... Here, I'll go and show you. From that netherrack, when we were just showing off kind of a fun way to have your floating block of water right above a fire, both to kind of initially heat it up and melt it, and then just kind of have it stay there all time, since the fire is never going to update because netherrack will just stay on fire forever. And so that looks kind of cool, but I might go ahead and destroy that because I don't know that I want to keep listening to the fire sound. Okay, and now, see these crazy ice blocks. There's a bug. Did they just fall through? No, they're here again. They're actually somewhere else, aren't they? So I know there's one bug in Minecraft where if you're on a transparent block, you sometimes can't pick up items, but I think I just saw them kind of like glitch through, and so are those blocks actually somewhere else? Are they down here below this? Yeah, it looks like maybe the ice is actually down here. Ah, sigh. It would be nice if entities appeared where they actually are in the game, rather than other somewhat random locations. Alright, and the other advantage of having a Silk Touch shovel, as opposed to a Silk Touch pick, is because I think it means... I guess I'll go ahead and gather up the ice that's below here. But basically now I'm going to... Whoa! Okay, there was a cave system. I thought I saw a hole down here before. The good news is, A, I still accidentally have my feather falling boots on from when we were actually building the bridge in the previous episode. And so that was a bonus in terms of me not taking too much fall damage as I just fell down into this hole. Oh, there's the Enderman. I thought I heard an Enderman. Right, I think I said A, implying that there was going to be a B. I don't remember what the B was going to be. I got very distracted there. I was trying to tell you something. In any case, Silk Touch Shovel. So then the other thing is I can put the bottom of the ice tray. I believe I can replace all of these... Oops, wrong shovel. Replace all of these bottom blocks. I guess this ice is just going to go falling in there again. All right, I can lose one ice block. I can replace all of these bottom blocks. Oh, that is so much fun. I can replace all of these bottom blocks with cobblestone. And since the shovel, I believe, will not be able to break the cobblestone, I guess actually we could try it right here. If I aim at these blocks, after I break this ice, I'll hit the cobblestone in the back. Yes. But the shovel is not powerful enough to accidentally break the cobblestone. Yeah, and so basically I'm kind of doing the opposite of Etho made an ice tray, either in his LP or on the Minecraft server or something. It looks like the sun has gone down, so let's go ahead and sleep away the night. And he did kind of the opposite thing. He was using a Silk Touch pick to harvest the ice, and then had snow on the outside because efficiency picks cannot harvest snow. And so I'm kind of going the other way around and using a Silk Touch shovel and then using cobble because an efficient shovel cannot break the cobble easily on accident. And yeah, it's basically just to have a lining around the ice tray so that when you're madly breaking all these ice blocks, you don't create accidents where you accidentally break kind of the structure of the tray that you really wanted to keep intact. All right, so I'm going to harvest up a bunch of ice. I'm going to replace the lining of the ice tray with cobblestone, and then we can refill it and have this thing keep going, and so I will see you guys in a moment. Oh, the irony. I don't have enough cobblestone to make the floor, and it's not just that I don't have more cobblestone on my person. Like, even back over at my base, I only have like 2 or 3 stacks of cobblestone, because even when I go mining, I don't really go mining, I go caving, and so I rarely break stone blocks, and so I just need to go dig around and dig up some cobblestone in order to make the floor of this thing. So I am going to do that, and I will be right back with you. As I'm gathering up this cobble, it should be noted that if I happen to have a lava bucket on me, I could always use the kind of like pavement trick, which is just to, it would be very easy for me to fill up the bottom layer that I want to replace with cobble with water, and then pour lava on top, and the lava will turn the still water into smooth stone, and so that would be another thing that I could do, but unfortunately I don't have a lava bucket on me over here either. And so I will just use this cobble that I've dug up to go ahead and finish up the floor. Alright, ice tray completed. I went ahead and let the water back in so that we have a nice frozen lake, and I put in one little seed crystal over here, because as with our previous experiment, since ice only grows kind of next to other blocks, it's useful to have one over there to get started. Otherwise it just kind of creeps along these edges and takes forever to get to this side. But from all of that, I already managed to gather 1, 2, 3, 4.5 stacks. Oh, I did have a lava bucket. Huh? Alright, well, that was silly. Yes, and so, now that we are all the way over here, back to the north of my original base, this is very near my spawn point, the sun is going down. I want to do some more exploration, because basically, we haven't really explored any of this half of the world, and one of the things that I haven't found yet is a jungle temple, and so I'm hoping I'll find another jungle biome in these large biomes in this world, and so when the sun goes down, I'm going to sleep, and then we're going to do some exploring. My exploration plan is basically to head directly to the north, and then eventually kind of circle around to the west, because over to the east I know there is a jungle over there, but I think we kind of thoroughly explored that entire jungle biome before, and it didn't have any of the jungle temples, or whatever they're called, inside of it. And yeah, I'm going to go ahead and make a cut here, because I expect this will just be some walking as I get through this taiga forest out into the next section, and so... Oh, wait! I was going to say I'll bring you guys back in when I find a different biome, but I see a jungle right on the horizon over here, so maybe, ooh, and I see a big lava pool, along with some cheaty snow. I will leave the lava pool here, but let's walk around so that we don't die, because not dying is good, and since we're already at the jungle over here, I guess we can explore it together. Huzzah, a jungle! Perhaps we will see lots of chickens. Yes, there's a chicken already. I was reading somewhere where someone was talking about the source code in terms of the frequency. Wow, there's a bunch of chickens that are like trapped inside the leaves of the tree over here, and I will leave them there. They seem like they're happy. the game code in terms of like the frequency that mobs spawn in different biomes. And it's actually less variable than I thought it was, but it is indeed the case that chickens are more likely to spawn here in the jungle. They have an increased chance relative to other biomes. And of course, none of the friendly mobs spawn in the desert. Alright, we're in a large biomes world here, and it seems like this is kind of the edge of the jungle, but perhaps it continues off this way. Oops! Hooray for vines, saving me from fall damage. And I still have feather falling boots on, and so even if I do take some fall damage, or even if I do have a big fall or a spill, it's unlikely that I'll take that much damage. But yeah, it seems like there's more jungle over here that hasn't rendered. And yeah, unfortunately, I've never seen one of the jungle temples in-game. I've seen them a couple times from other people's videos, but I don't have a good sense of exactly what they look like or how covered up they might be from the outside. This was another relatively small biome. We already have gotten to the edge of it, it seems. It goes a little bit over here to the east, and so I'm going to kind of peek across the ocean over here, or this kind of inlet, and see if we see anything. I don't immediately see anything over here. But yeah, I'm going to stick with my plan and head over to the west, although the west it looks like is just another more taiga forest over here. I think that's the name of the biome, isn't it? Let's hit F3 and find out. Taiga, yes. Alright. So we don't want to explore the taiga. Alright, so I'm going to continue to the east then, I guess, just to see if this jungle extends further out, but I'll make a cut and bring you guys back in. Well, good news, bad news, I suppose. The good news is the jungle did, after I went a little bit to the east, the jungle does expand very far to the north. And I feel like I've been walking or jumping through it for a while. The bad news is I haven't seen one of these jungle temples yet. But that's also kind of good news because, as you guys know, I like the things in Minecraft that are rare. And hope that they continue to preserve some rare things, because I think that makes it all the more, I don't know, special or interesting, or makes you feel more accomplished when you do find something or achieve something that's a rarity. And so, yes, the fact that this is hard to find means that it will be all the more exciting when I do finally discover it, assuming, of course, that I do. And I would like to stay kind of up top because I feel like I'm getting a better kind of vantage point all over, kind of looking through this jungle forest. But it looks like we might be coming up on some ocean on the end, and so then I might travel a ways to the east and then circle back around to the south to kind of like do a big loop around and cover more of the jungle that I haven't seen. Yeah, I don't know. I have heard from people that these things are rare. And so I'm not sure what my expectation should be, that in a large jungle biome I would find at least one of the jungle temples. Oh, it seems like maybe this isn't the ocean yet. Maybe it's just a big lake. Because it does seem like the jungle is going on. And so I guess I will perhaps continue to the north. Oh, we got a swamp over here. We're getting into another biome. Crazy squids who are trying to swim around in one deep water, and as a result their tentacles come flying out of the water. They look like crazy idiots. Yes, I think I need to make another cut because I don't have anything prepared to talk about, and otherwise this will get boring. So, I will see you guys again in a bit. Alright, I've been traveling through the jungle for an entire day, and it looks like we have reached the edge, and now there's a swamp over here. And so, I am just going to use this as an opportunity to take a nap, and then we will go to the east and then circle back around to the south through more of the jungle to explore more of it. So, once again, I will see you guys sometime in the middle of the next day. This is some cool scenery that I like because we're kind of at the edge of the swamp and the jungle, and there's some water coming through here. And so I feel like it's rare that you see these kind of like little islands or peninsulas or whatever that have a big tall jungle tree on it. And so I thought that looked cool, and so I just wanted to point it out. In any case, I've gone a bit to the east, and now I'm circling back around to the south. Alright, I'm here in the jungle, and I just heard a fire. Oh, there it is. So presumably, I guess we already did encounter that one lava pool. I think that was before I got into the jungle, though, right? And so I think this must be a different lava pool. I presume it's a lava pool that started the fire over here. So let's see if we can somehow manage to get close enough but stay safe. Yes. Here is the lava lake. This is a different one than we found before, and it will probably burn down a non-trivial amount of the jungle around here, I imagine. Because I think like fires started by blazes and lava are like behave differently than fires started by flint and steel in terms of how long they last. I'm really not sure, and I think in the next update it's supposed to change. I think they're going to come with the more realistic fire that just kind of like ravages a forest and burns down, at least in hard mode in the next update of Minecraft is I think what I heard somewhere, which I would kind of like actually. I enjoy kind of like the ability to burn down forests quickly and easily. And what do we have over here? Oh, this is interesting. Kind of like a cave with the vines through the jungle. Oh, I like the vines inside the cave system in the jungle, actually. That's a really cool effect. I think I didn't realize that they generated just kind of naturally inside a cave system in the jungle like that. Nevertheless, I would like to get kind of back out of here and continue on, because if I'm inside a cave, I'm not going to be able to spot a jungle temple if there is one. And so we will keep on moving along, and yeah, still haven't spotted one, and so yeah, I will keep looking. I found another jungle fire, or at least there was a little bit of a fire here. It already burned out, but apparently this is from kind of a lava flow coming out of kind of a mountainside, which looks kind of cool, but it is not the thing that we are looking for. This exploration mission has a purpose. And sadly, it seems like that purpose might not get fulfilled today. But I will keep looking. Alright, well it turns out this jungle is indeed huge, but I still haven't found what I'm looking for. The sun is about to go down again, and so for a change of pace, I decided a nice place to sleep would be high atop one of the tallest trees, and so I just put down a dirt platform over here to make sure I would be able to put down the bed to sleep. But we will sleep away the night up here. And yeah, I'm not sure if I don't find one what I want to do. But I'm going to keep looking because there's still some more jungle back to the south as we get closer back to our spawn point. Well, no dice. That was pretty disappointing. The jungle was huge. I did kind of like a big sweep that kind of like went around like this and circled back around to the ice tray. The only thing more disappointing than not finding anything out there is the fact that I guess these chunks weren't loaded for very long because the ice tray hasn't even frozen back over yet, so I'll have to wait around if I want to collect some more ice before I head on back. But now I'm going to have to find something else to do in this episode because I was hoping to do exploration of a jungle temple, but we didn't find one. If anyone has any great tips on how to find one, that doesn't involve using external, map viewers or editors or things like that, let me know. But I think it's just a matter of you just have to walk through jungles and eventually you'll stumble across one. So, in any case, yeah, hopefully I'll trim that down so that it's not too boring, and yeah, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do next, so I'll see you guys in a moment. Alright, I waited for the pond to almost freeze over. The last few places that haven't frozen, I'm going to go ahead and fill in. And yes, now with the cobblestone floor, it is super easy to break exactly the bricks that you want to break and leave intact kind of the structure of the tray. And so that is super awesome. I'm glad that's working out well. I didn't mean to break the outside yet. I guess, yeah, it doesn't hurt to go ahead and break the outside, because now the water will just make all the ice flow over in my direction. But yes, I just wanted to have you guys here as we break the ice bricks because, I don't know, just the sound of all of the ice breaking I find very satisfying. So that is super cool. Alright, and now all we have to do is break the last few on the side. And that will release the water, which will then cause the whole thing to freeze over again, except for this little bit here. And so I will break that, our little seed crystal, and then I'll put the seed crystal back. And things can start reforming again. Great. And so I was actually looking, this is, what is today? Tuesday evening, and already saw some of the comments on the previous video, and so we're going to go back over to BABBY, the boating bridge, and I will address a couple of the comments over there. So I'll see you guys over there. Here we are again at BABBY, Brian's awesome boating bridge. Yeah! And one question people had is about steering, and so it is the case that I kind of need to steer the boat, but I think, for example, I could look to the left and then hold D and still kind of ride this thing, or I could look to my right and hold A to move to the left. And yeah, it's actually, it definitely, if I made this like 3 wide rather than 2 wide, it would be kind of even easier to do. But basically, this is the first time I've tried it, and on the very first attempt, I'm able to successfully kind of like still steer and propel the boat as I look around. And so yeah, you can definitely use this to kind of like look around and still successfully navigate. And so in that respect, it is working very well. Oh wow, I have one block of ice that was the floating block of ice from the end of the previous episode that was not melted, and the boat crashed into it and broke. Yes, and so the other question people asked was about kind of like docking or intersections. Basically, right now this just takes off and kind of goes into the middle of nowhere. Now I have a bunch more ice so that we can actually bring it to somewhere, like back to my spawn point, but then what will a dock on the other side look like, or what would an intersection where I can make turns look like? And I don't know, I haven't thought through those things yet. And so perhaps we will do that in a future episode. Although I think perhaps in the next episode, the thing that I want to do is go back to the Nether and really try to find a blaze spawner, because I would like to have a more easy access to ender eyes to make more ender chests, and also to possibly go looking for another stronghold in this world. And yeah, I could purchase them from the villagers, but they're pretty expensive. And so, in any case, I was taking a look at the time for this video, and I think at this point we're doing okay, and so I'm going to go ahead and call it for today. I hope you enjoyed the episode. A little bit disappointing in that I didn't find the jungle temple that I was hoping to find, but it's called Exploration and Tactics, not Finding and Tactics, and so you don't always find what you're looking for when you go exploring, and so I'm sure in another episode we'll finally find it. But yeah, that's what we've got for today. Hope you enjoyed the episode, and I will see you guys again soon. Thanks.